Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Nadia Fitria Utami, and today I want to present my analysis about the air freight export article. And the title of the article is Indonesian Air Carriers Report Sharp Decline in Cargo Traffic. Alright, without any further ado, let's get jump to the analysis. So, the first point is where? Where is the problem? The problem happened in Indonesia within its domestic and international air cargo sectors. Is the main focus. However, the issue aligns with global trends affecting air cargo industries worldwide due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And then the second point is when. When did the problem occur? So, the issue became prominent in March 2020 during the early months of the COVID-19 outbreak. This was when air freight volume in Indonesia significantly dropped, and global air transport also began experiencing steep declines. And the next point is, what is the problem? So, the problem is a 39% drop in both domestic and international air cargo volumes in Indonesia compared to 2019 monthly averages. Domestic freight fell to 13,558 CTK and international freight to 111,464 CTK. And the major cause is the grounding of passenger aircraft due to the pandemic. Since most air cargo is carried in the bellies of passenger planes, this reduced cargo capacity drastically. Globally, flight demand dropped 15.2% and capacity shrank 22.7%, leading to fears of cargo shortfalls, especially for vital supplies like PPE and medicine. Alright, and then the last points about the solution. How is the solution being addressed? So for the internationally or IATA's approach, the first solution is urgent recommendations to governments. So the first is cut red tape for charter cargo operations, and then exempt cargo crews from quarantine restrictions, and ensure sufficient staffs and facilities at cargo handling points. And also emphasis on financial support to keep airlines afloat during the crisis. And the solution in Indonesia, the government has allowed airlines to use cabin loading for shipping medical supplies, for example, PPE and pharmaceuticals. However, the economic viability remains a challenge. Despite the regulatory green light, airlines struggles to profit from operating cargo flights without passengers' revenue. Then, INACA highlights that the real obstacle is not bureaucracy, but the unprofitability of cargo-only operations using passenger aircraft. Alright everyone, in summary, the problem happens in Indonesia, mirroring a global issue, and it happened on March 2020 on early pandemic phase. And the main problem is the sharp decline in air cargo volume due to grounded passenger planes, threatening supply chains. And the solutions is international bodies call for reduced restrictions and financial aid. Indonesia permits cabin loading but faces economic challenges, or global organizations ask the governments to make rules easier and give money support. And Indonesia allows using passengers' cabins for cargo, but airlines still struggle to make a profit. Alright, this is almost the end of my presentations. But if you want to read the article, I have included the link in my infographic, or you can search for it by the title. And finally everyone, I think that's all from my presentations. I do apologize if there's any mistake, And thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.